Gopro Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode. It's a new boat day for the Yamsquad. Always an exciting time when Andy's visiting with the shark truck from Hudson. And yes, I will be getting a new boat today, which is currently sitting on the trailer, so really excited to get it off the trailer and have a little bit of a look. For those of you that don't know, this will be a replacement for the Lamborghini name yet to be determined, which was lost in a massive hailstorm in France during the Euro trip last season. So there's a couple of episodes ago now, but if you're curious to see what really happened, head back into there, and soon we will have a small tribute episode to the Lamborghini name yet to be determined, highlighting its career and its service. But today we're getting a new boat. Let me know in the comments below what you think it should be called. Maybe you might want to wait until you see it before you might think of a name, but we'll be switching the boats from rowing the vessel over the last couple of weeks, which is in the boat bay still up here, up on the highest of high racks, and then we will be replacing the vessel here with the new boat, which actually the name is to be determined rather than the name actually being the Lamborghini name yet to be determined. So now let's see the bow canvas of the new boat. So as you can tell, oh, look at that. Look how fresh it is. Brand new boat from Hudson. This is a USP 142 Plus, so big boy version of their singles. Absolutely fantastic. And here's the stern canvas. Look at that. Wow. I think it looks quite incognito, if one may describe it in a word. If you know the Lamborghini name yet to be determined colour scheme, it was this orange was here, blue was the same, and then this grey was here. For this new boat, we've flipped the colour scheme. So the majority, or pretty much the entire hull, is in fact Yamsquad orange. So really excited to get this on the water. I've already trained today, so we'll finish off the episode with a row probably next week. But there are a couple of differences between this new boat and even the vessel that I've been rowing for the past few weeks and the Lamborghini name yet to be determined. The biggest one being the new foot stretcher. So there's a different shape, different shoes, different attachments. It's going to be interesting to see the differences between this and the old stretcher. I'll just actually show you the old stretcher, which is actually from the Lamborghini name yet to be determined, but it's currently on the vessel. So as you can see, this part of the stretcher is different. The shoes are different as well, which are different from the new boat's stretcher and feet and everything there. So feel a little bit different underfoot, but the hull itself and the rigger and everything else is exactly the same. So it shouldn't feel too different, but it will feel, I remember the first time in the Lamborghini name yet to be determined, it felt so reactive and so stiff. So I'm excited to get into this new boat, which the name is yet to be determined, and see how it feels. It sounded different, felt different, and let's see how it does feel after a little bit of a montage of this new boat. And with new USPs from Hudson, you get some goodies as well. So obviously the boat bag, you get trestles, you get a new stroke coach, replacing my quite old dated stroke coach now, so excited to use that. But another exciting one is this new and updated toolbox with some tools in it, believe it or not. So let's see what is in here. So there are the classic spanners, Allen key, spare wheels. We've got a pitch gauge, we've got Allen keys, some screwdrivers, some attachments, and a little measuring tape. So everything I'll need to rig this new boat and get it on the water. So let's get to it. So this boat does feel very similar on the shoulder, which makes a lot of sense, but even just feeling the paint, it's so smooth being a new boat, being all polished and ready to glide through water. Camera's a little bit wobbly, don't want it to fall off. Just getting used to putting it in a different position on the new shell. So try not to make it fall off as I get off the boat. I think what we'll do is switch cameras because I don't want this falling in and I don't have the safety cord with me. But saying that, lovely day out here getting up to the top of the loch. First impressions of the boat, it's a weird one. It feels a lot more comfortable than the previous shell. I'm not really sure why, because it's basically the same hull. The rigger is the same rigger as I had on the other shell, so the stiffness and the solidness and the sound is very similar, but I'm really interested. Maybe it feels a lot more comfortable. Maybe I'm just feeling more comfortable on the water. Either way, feels nice. Time to continue the session. And there we have it, the first session complete in the new vessel. Like I mentioned, it feels a little bit more comfortable. It's a strange one to try and explain, but if you've been in a boat that's uncomfortable and then in another boat that is comfortable, you'll know what I mean. Feels a little bit flatter and a little bit more easy to control. if that makes sense. So really excited to see what I can do in this new vessel. And obviously we have to come up with a name, Yamsquad, so that we can name this new boat. There was a suggestion a couple of episodes ago when I was talking about names for the new boat. There was Yambo number 2, because there was a Lamborghini name yet to be determined, and then this boat, the second version. But this is actually the 5th boat that I have used from Hudson. The first one I was using while the Lamborghini name yet to be determined was put into production. Then obviously the Lamborghini name yet to be determined, RIP. Then there was the boat I was borrowing, the USA boat that I was borrowing while the Lamborghini name yet to be determined was being repaired. And then there was the other boat, the previous one to this one, that I was using while this one was being made and shipped over here to the UK. So this is the 5th boat. And so Yambo number 2, not quite accurate, but what about Yambo number 5?
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Yambo
number 5.
Oh yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of that. And since we're talking about the new vessel, I would like to hear your opinions on this. So, as you can tell, the bow canvas is pretty bare. It has the Hudson logo, it has the beautiful colours, but there's nothing else there. I was thinking that if the Yamsquad would like to have their names right here somewhere on the bow canvas, so that it's for the Yamsquad members that really want to support me, that little bit extra. You will be behind me on every single training session, and also you will be crossing the finish line first in every race I do. Obviously, I'll be sitting in this area and your name would be right here, so you will be crossing the line first. So let me know in the comments below if you want to become a Yamsquad boatman or boatwoman. I've set up my Patreon to do so, but I would quite like to hear you guys' opinion of that. If you would like to get your name right here on the Yambo number 5.
Yambo number 5.
And that will be it for today's episode. Like I said, so excited to get into the Yambo number 5.
Yambo number 5.
See how fast I can go this season. And as always, Yamsquad, if you could hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it, so that you can keep track of the Yambo number 5 and I's journey in this season. Hopefully you did enjoy this episode, and I will see you in the next one.